Last week, Toyota recalls 2024 Lexus RX and 2024 to 2025 Lexus NX vehicles because they had issues with the front driver and passenger seats headrests, because you can actually take out that headrest without pressing the release button. In this video, I'm going to go a little bit more deeper and trying to understand more information about the details. Does this apply to North American or Japan vehicles as well? So let's get to it and see what else information has Toyota given to the NHTSA to see what kind of recall are we looking at and really when are you going to get the notification. Let's get to it. Hey, it's LSF here today, and today we're here to look at more details on the Lexus RX and NX recall on the headrests. You can see that 11,418 vehicles in the United States are being recalled for this defect. And when you look at it, first time I've ever seen that they said that it's 26% with defect. So meaning not all vehicles will be included. So when you look at here, it is Toyota Motor Engineering and Manufacturing, which means this involves North American built vehicles. So meaning what I said before is this does look like it's purely a Canadian made RX NX that are being recalled, because from the manufacturing name, it is not Toyota Motor Corporation, which means not the Japan manufacturing plants. All right, so we have this NHTSA recall 24V482, and the manufacturer has the interim recall, which is 24LB06, and the actual recall is 24LA06. All right, so let's continue down here and see what they say. Okay, so 2024 Lexus RX 350s. So involved vehicles are within the production period time frame. So between March 25th, 2024 to May 6th, 2024. And they're saying only vehicles in the above production range are equipped with a headrest restraint stay that may not have been machined as designed due to specific production issues as described in Section 5. So we'll look at Section 5 later and understand what is the problem. So they're estimating about 26.3% of the involved vehicles may contain a headrest that will stay with an improper machine notch. All right, so let's continue down. So the next one we see here is the RX 350h, the hybrid. And same thing, so it's March 25th, 2024 to May 6th, 2024. So if you go back at the time frame, exactly the same as the gas only. So anything after May 6th seems to be fine. Now we look at the 2024 to 2025 Lexus NX 250. All right, so this is the same, March 25th to April 30th. So they seem to have stopped the NX 250 earlier because they actually probably found the issue earlier than April 30th. So let's see what that means. Then we have the NX 350, the turbo, same thing, up to April 30th, 2024. And then for the hybrid NX 350h, also up to April 30th, 2024. So you can see here, all these vehicles are up to April 30th, and the RX is May 6th. All started around March 25th. So what happened there? Because they seem to have produced this for over 2 years already, unless they've actually changed the supplier or whatever, right? So let's continue down and see what they say here. So we all know what the issue is, so I'm not going to continue on this and just say what the problem is, but they did add a few words here. So it's due to an error in the machining process of the headrest stay. One notch of the stay may have a radius that is larger than designed, allowing for removal of the headrest restraint without the press of a lock release button. So they're saying that the radius of the notch might be larger so that it can probably come in and out without even having to press the button to release the button. All right, so that's what they say here. So let's continue down. So they're saying that these are the headrests, front seat assemblies. So they have one part here, another part here. We'll look at these parts and see what they cost. And then we also have another component. So we have 5 different headrest designs. All right, so we can see here the component manufacturer is JR Manufacturing Incorporated in Ohio. Okay, so definitely we know, because it's Ohio, they will not be building this in, like sending it to Japan to ship from Japan, like the vehicles with VIN numbers starting with J. Most likely these are all the ones that start with a 2. Follow me on Instagram at LSFT Videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX 450H Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. So they're saying that in mid-April 2024, during the routine audit inspection, a head restraint in the driver's seat of a vehicle was found to be removable without the press lock release button. So it looks like it's actually at the manufacturer where they actually did an inspection, and they actually found that they can do that. So it's not someone that reported that this was an issue or anything, but it was actually in fact that as part of their audit inspection, they found this issue. At Toyota's request, the Tier 1 supplier of the headrest assembly tested parts and found that all parts tested met the inspection criteria. So the first tier supplier was fine, so the full headrest. So then they went to Toyota's Tier 2 supplier and 3 supplier, inspected the headrest restraint and stayed from the audit, and found that the radius of one of the stay notches were larger than design requirement. Okay, so meaning because they actually have the Tier 1, which actually has the full headrest, but then they also have Tier 2 or Tier 3s that actually make components inside. So I think that's where they're saying it's actually at the Tier 2 or Tier 3 level where they found this issue. In May 2024, it was determined that a damaged tool that was used during the manufacture of 2 head restraints stay lots. Toyota began a design review to study the effect of a larger than design headrest restraint notch on head restraint performance. It was concluded that the removability performance of the head restraint by only pressing the lock release could not be guaranteed. So on June 21st, 2024, Toyota determined that the subject vehicles may not meet the head restraint removability requirement in the MFVS 202A paragraph S4.5. Okay, so meaning they looked at it and said, okay, there's a problem because it actually does not meet the safety requirements here. So when you can see it, it's actually gone down to the Tier 2, Tier 3 suppliers, where they actually had a damaged tool and they just kept on producing the same issues. So that is where the problem is. Probably that tool, which actually guides how thick that notch is, broke and actually made bigger notches. All known owners and subject will be told to return their vehicles into Lexus, and they will replace the headrest assembly for free of charge. Alright, so they're telling us that they're going to notify owners around August 26, 2024. So they haven't really said when they'll be ready, but they said the notification will come out late August. So they're saying that around July 27th to August 26th is when they're going to notify owners. So I think they said July 27th, so they have 1 month to notify them and hopefully be able to distribute new headrests and all restraints so that they can actually install them when you actually go to the dealership. So there we have it. This is the additional information that we have. So that is the reason why they add this issue. And it's good that it was found by the manufacturer during an audit inspection, meaning Lexus and Toyota is doing their job, but it could have been done earlier and probably less vehicles would be impacted. Unfortunately, it is what it is, but at least they're owning to it and they're looking at how they're going to fix this. Alright, so now we look at the parts. So when you see here, we have the headrest front, and it's $655 US dollars for MSRP. There's actually $889 one because it's actually using the leather, the semi-alloy leather, or a smooth leather, different type of leather. So you can see the price difference between the two headrests. So I'm going to go in here, and you can see that because they actually have different colors, so that's where we have some coordination issues here, because depending on what color you have, they also have to make sure that they have the part for your interior color. So RX 350 350H is using this headrest. So there's no difference between the passenger and the driver side. It's a different part number, but the pricing is roughly exactly the same. Alright, so now we move over to the NX one. So this is the NX with $680.73. So this should be the new Lux version. And we have a $929.17 with the natural leather ones. So you can see that it's roughly like $240 difference between the leather and the normal new Lux one. Right, and then I think there are some that may have the F Sport, so then that's another one that's still going to be different. So definitely a lot of combinations and a lot of coordination to actually get you the right headrest. And obviously the passenger side part number is exactly the same. So you can see that it's 680 and 929. So roughly, like, this is not a cheap recall. If you look at it, it's almost like $1,200, $1,300 to almost $1,800 to $1,900 per vehicle. All right, so let's move on and look at the manufacturer. So now we quickly move over to the JR Manufacturing. So you can see here what they do. So let's see what capabilities and what products they do. So first thing that comes up, headrests. So that is what they specialize in. So definitely this is their specialty. They actually do make like the two poles, and this is what the problem is. So hopefully getting just a new headrest will be fine. It doesn't look like there's the clip that needs to be changed. It's just purely the change of the headrest. So hopefully that's actually a very simple recall. You can even do it yourself. Pull it out, put it back in, and they're done. So from a, I would say, labor standpoint, this is a very low cost, labor not intensive recall, but it's still going to range from 15 to probably $20 million on just because of 11,000 to 12,000 vehicles that are being recalled. I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.